In this video, we're going to figure out what the derivative is of this function here. It will require us to use the chain rule, the product rule, and the quotient rule, as we have a product here and we have a quotient here, and hyperbolic sine of x squared in e raised to 2x will require us to use the chain rule to take those derivatives. So let's go ahead and start by just taking the derivative of our function. So we can apply the sum rule for derivatives here. So we have d over dx of x raised to 1 over 3 multiplied by hyperbolic sine of x squared plus d over dx of x squared plus 1 over e raised to 2x. Now we're going to have to use the product rule to take the first derivative right here. So we're going to have x raised to 1 over 3 multiplied by hyperbolic cosine of x squared multiplied by the inside part. Remember, we're using the chain rule here, plus the derivative of x raised to 1 over 3, which is just 1 over 3 x raised to minus 2 over 3 multiplied by hyperbolic sine of x squared. Now, in order to take this derivative here, we're going to have to use the quotient rule. So we're going to let g be equal to e raised to 2x. And that's going to be multiplied by the derivative of f, which is x squared plus 1. So we're just going to have 2x right here, minus the derivative of e raised to 2x. We need to use the chain rule to do that. We're going to have e multiplied by e raised to 2x. And that's going to be multiplied by f, which is just x squared plus 1. And that's going to be over e raised to 2x all squared. Now at this point, what we're going to go ahead and do is just simplify our problem. This is usually where people make the most mistakes. So we're going to have x raised to 1 over 3 multiplied by hyperbolic cosine of x squared multiplied by 2x. So we're going to have 2x, so we have x to the first power here and x to the 1/3 power here, so 1 plus 1 over 3 is equal to 3 plus 1 over 3, which is equal to 4 over 3. We just cross multiplied here, so we're going to have x raised to 4 over 3 hyperbolic cosine of x squared plus, so we can bring this power here down to the bottom, so we're going to have hyperbolic sine of x squared over 3x raised to 2 over 3 plus, so we're just going to have 2x multiplied by e to the 2x, but notice that we actually have an e to the 2x here, so let's just go ahead and factor that out. 2x minus 2x squared minus 2, because we'll just distribute this 2 to the x squared in the 1 here, and that's going to be all over e raised to 4x squared, as we're going to go ahead and cross multiply here just to try and simplify our problem a little bit more. So we're going to have 2 times 3, which is 6. Now x raised to 4 over 3 multiplied by x raised to 2 over 3 is just x. Now we have a common denominator, 3. 4 plus 2, this is equal to 6 over 3, which is just 2. So we just have x squared times hyperbolic cosine of x squared plus hyperbolic sine of x squared all over 3 multiplied by x raised to 2 over 3. Now we have an e to the 2x here and an e to the 4x squared here, so we can cancel this one and we can factor a 2 out of the numerator, And that is the final answer to this problem.